Welcome to Eat.Game.Sleep, FatBearGaming's gaming podcast. I'm your host, Scott.
I'm Kay.
And I'm Andrew.
Welcome. Now, gentlemen, there's been a few things in the news. Not too many big things, but there's been a few things. The first one is Bethesda hits... do you know... Oh, crap. He's a Minecraft streamer, Captain Sparkles.
Never.
And he is developing or making a game with developers, like a little mobile game called Fortress Fallout.
Mm-hmm.
And Bethesda is making him change his name. Like hitting him with a suit if he does not because of Fallout. So it's interesting. There's mixed reactions. But Bethesda has a history of being very, like, if they ever think you're infringing on their, like, copyright or whatever, they're going to come after you hard. So he is, and he does not have the money to defend it, so he is definitely just going to change his name. Like, he's already confirmed that.
What's a synonym of fall? Like
Drop.
you could do it-
Drop out. Fortress, drop out.
Fortress trip out.
Yeah.
Fortress Autumn out.
Yeah.
Wait. But that gives me hope, because if they are freaking out about that, maybe Fallout 4 isn't as far away as the internet makes it seem.
I don't know. They're having like a conference this year at E3. I'd be surprised if there's no Fallout news. That's
Fallout's
all.
dead. It'll be like
They
Elder
don't-
Scrolls.
Fallout's dead.
The king is dead.
I was about to be like, oh, okay, gaming Nietzsche. Like, God is dead. Fallout's dead. Oh, that's so funny. Anyways, in other news, Darksiders 2 is confirmed to be remastered for the newer consoles.
What?
Yeah, the studio.
Yeah, that's weird to
Nordic
me.
Studios confirmed.
That's so weird.
Yeah. So Darksiders 2 will be coming to like Xbox One and such. So that's exciting or weird, depending on your point of view. Weird for pretty much everyone here.
When I heard that was really bizarre, because I think that move would make sense like as a launch title.
Right.
You know, because then it seems like, oh, well, you know, I never got to play Darksiders 2. There's not many games out.
Yeah, well, similar to like how Left 4 Dead was.
Yeah.
Not Left 4 Dead.
The Last of Us?
Thank you. Yeah. Similar to how that was. It was like towards the beginning of like a console cycle and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it seems like, why? That's odd
I
timing.
don't know. I don't know. When
Like,
I heard
work on
it,
a Darksiders 3.
well,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, when I heard it, I was like, oh man, that classic. I haven't played it in like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Like, like, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh.
It's a weird time because it's not new enough to be like, oh, okay, they're just porting it over, and it's not old enough to be like, totally remastered. It's just,
And I don't know if it was a big enough hit either.
yeah.
That's why I
Did it
laughed.
sell many?
I
mean-
it sold well, just not. It wasn't like huge.
It wasn't like a
though.
blockbuster.
Yeah, but see, like the other remastered titles were much bigger,
Oh yeah.
or they were indie gems.
Yeah, exactly.
This was just a weird like,
This is like, what is the name of that game? This is like remastering N64's Tom Clancy's
oh yeah.
whatever for the freaking for the GameCube. Like what? What is it? What? Okay, cool.
Yeah, cool. That's funny. And then last but not least, Peter Molyneux has been getting a lot of heat because
That's your boy.
you had to say that on air.
You're in bed. You're in bed with him.
Yeah, no, I enjoy him. Well, I can't enjoy him as publicly as I once did, but because I'll go into why I enjoy him. Blah blah blah. Anyways, he's in trouble because it's been confirmed that it's pretty much impossible for him at this point to do all of like the perks for the backers that helped him out on Kickstarter. And So, and now everyone's calling him a liar and a bunch of other things like that. And so he's just been getting a lot of flack for that kind of stuff.
What was the project he had kickstarted?
Goddess, which
Oh,
is
that still? That's like, wow.
yeah. And so, which he has said he wishes that they would have started the development process and then did Kickstarter, because they gave some of the backers promises before they realized exactly what development would look like.
Yeah.
So they were kind of just like, oh, sure, we could do that. And then now they're like, oh, God, that's really hard.
Well,
And,
it's weird because you expect that kind of stuff from, this is like their first game developers. But he's been around. Like,
it's true.
he
But-
knows the how this is done, you know.
Yeah,
It's just
definitely.
weird. He messed up bad.
Oh, he did. But two things about him. One, he is definitely a game designer, and what I mean by that is, like, he is not on the tech side, like, almost at all. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
No, he's
always
big
has-
picture.
He's a big picture person.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, he needed like a right hand man that's very techy. So anytime he's like, we should do this, and then guys like, all right, but we need to scale that back because that's gonna be really hard. And then the other problem with him, I don't think he's a liar, because even the people who come out and say that he's a straight up liar that have like worked with him or like have examples, not worked with him, but like have examples of like a flat out lie he said, it's never been confirmed that he actually lied to them. They're just like, I just know video games really well, and there is no way that they took out that feature 6 months in. I was like, unless the feature was so buggy that they were like, we have release dates. You know what I mean? So there's never been like confirmed that he's lied. His biggest problem could get over with the past games. This is a big deal, and I'm like, no forgiveness. I get it, but he he's a dreamer. Just listen, like, you know what I mean?
He's always
like,
been a
he's just-
dreamer.
yeah, and he has, and like, honestly, besides this, I get this one because like people's money was at stake, and like now he can't give it back when he, and you know what I mean? That makes sense. But in the past, everyone who got mad at him, I'm like, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me like 500 times, shame on you. Like, I was like, how can you be mad at this guy for doing the same thing over and over again, like, and you fall for it every time? I was like, that's your problem. But
That's what has always confused me about like Kickstarter and stuff like that, because I will look at these different like projects and I'll be like, man, these perk trees are like incredible. Like, you give this, you get this, you do this, you do this, and I always feel like they're promising so much. Not on everything, but like some of them are crazy. And so I always like expect things like this to happen. But like you said, like someone like Molyneux could deliver on something like that, you know, and it's just weird. Kickstarter is like a scary thing to me. Like, I've wanted to do Kickstarter a few times, but I'm like, I know I'm gonna have to like promise things, and I don't have things to promise.
I don't like
No.
promises.
You can't even trust big time publishers with their games now.
Yeah.
You have to wait and be like, okay, is this game actually done, or is it going to be patched in over the next like 3 months? So I'm at that point where there's games I still want to pre-order and get the bonuses and stuff, but I just can't do it anymore because I'm tired of broken games. It happens so often.
No,
Yeah,
I
and that's been the backlash of the internet, is just that like you no longer have to ship a game, bugs and all. You can patch and patch and patch.
yeah. Well, and like
Your defense of Peter was totally. It shows your fanness of Peter Molyneux, though.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Granted, he has never given a game that he has fully like held out to everything he has said. Granted,
No, I agree with you, though.
but
Yeah,
I'm
I played
like,
all the Fables.
I was like, every time he told me about a Fable game, I'm like, oh man, that's gonna be cool when half of that comes out. like I've always thought that about him. Like, that's gonna be awesome when half that comes out. And
That's
I've
how you
always-
have to.
Yeah, and I've always crazy enjoyed his games, and a lot of the flack his games get is basically like, this is a good game, but it's not everything he said. And I was like, it's never everything he said. I was like, he created the God genre because he didn't know how to program well enough.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I'm just going to program this tool into the game. Hopefully people enjoy it. And then everyone was like, this is neat. I can control the land. And he's like, yeah, totally. I totally wanted you to control the land. like I was like, this is the guy we're messing with. Like you guys are the fools that are like, he's changing. I'm like, he hasn't changed.
You just love his like simpleton nature from the beginning. You're just like, he's so precious. I want to put him in my pocket.
Basically.
Tell me about other games you dream about.
Basically. But yeah, you know, it would be a horrible company to do Kickstarter. Telltale.
Why is that, Scott?
Because they just keep postponing their game and it never come out.
That's true. You should just wait. I think I'm at the point now with Telltale. I'm like, I'll just wait till the full season's out, and then I'll buy the season because
I get that. It just makes me so mad.
Well, I even don't mind like episodic structure, but by the time the next episode comes out, I'm like, I'm gonna have to play the first one again to figure out what I even chose.
It's so true.
That's my problem as a hopper, because I'll play games where decisions matter, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna come back 6 months later. Oh crap! I have to restart the whole thing, and it starts the cycle all over again.
Yeah.
And then you get to the same place and you hop. It's just horrible.
I think that's why I always play the good guy, because I can go back into a game and be like, okay, I'm pretty sure I chose the nice guy choice here, so let's go with the next nice guy choice.
That's so funny. What have you guys been playing recently?
Same stuff as last time, plus I went on like a big open world kick. I was literally like playing all in the same like day. GTA 5, Far Cry 4, and Sleeping Dogs. And I was just like, what is going on? Because open world games have like lost their luster for me, but like not in the past couple weeks. But playing a ton of Smash Bros. Just because people come over to my apartment to play Smash Bros. And also, I finally sunk my teeth into Hyrule Warriors with my roommate, and it is as I love it so much. The only thing I don't like about Hyrule Warriors is the occasional performance frame rate issues with the Wii U whenever you're playing multiplayer. But you know, it's the Wii U. You know,
right?
What are you gonna do? We didn't buy it for the graphics and performance power. We bought it for the first-party franchises.
Facts.
That's the only reason anyone buys Nintendo anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the sad part. I've been playing Far Cry 4 still because everyone in my live stream loves it, and apparently I'm only gonna play that for the rest of my life.
That's what I like to hear.
Apparently,
you found your niche, Kay.
Every single person that sees me on the live stream, they're like, "Is this all you play?" And I'm like, I mean, I guess.
Do you want me to only play this? That's so funny. I have been playing...
It's fun, though. It's still fun.
That's good. That's good. I have been playing Smash Bros. As well, with like my floor and stuff, because I was like, man, I'm really tired at sucking. And so like I just literally over like the past like 3 days, I've probably played Smash Bros. For roughly 20 hours because I've just sat there and I've only played Rosalina and Luma because I was
really?
I was like, this is my character. I'm going to get good enough with her that when I choose her, the floor is like, God, Scott chose Rosalina.
Awesome.
It's going to be a trouble.
No, and I totally get that because like a couple times the past few days, like I'll be like doing team matches or something, and my roommate Kyle will be like, dude, you should pick Zero Suit so we can do this. And I'm like, and he'll be like, because you're good at him or good at her. Zero Suit is a girl, or something. And or like after a match or in the middle of a match, he'll be like, God, you're so freaking quick with her or something like that. And it just feels good when you know you're kind of good at a character.
No, it's true.
I played Smash from the beginning, but I've never been a pro. I
Yeah.
play
Right.
so much Smash, but I always play with people who own it or are homeschooled or both, and
You
they're
never
always
wanna-
better than me.
You never want to
Yep.
play a homeschooler on
You
their
do
number
not.
one game.
It's so
It's
true.
over. That's part of the curriculum.
It's
No,
so,
They only get A's.
I've never been good at Smash. I've basically gotten to the point though with Donkey Kong where most of the time when someone picks Donkey Kong, they're like, "Ha, look at the troll over here. He's not even trying to win." And I've gotten good enough with Donkey Kong where people are like, "Oh, and okay, he actually he's legit about this."
No,
Like,
it's
he's- true.
It's
He's
true.
like,
It's
he's
like, oh,
legit. Like, actually, watch out for K because he could get you. He's a dark horse in this.
he goes bananas on Donkey Kong. Oh, that's good.
No, that's Diddy Kong who throws the bananas.
He shoots peanuts, but he throws bananas.
No, he
I'm
also
just
throws a banana.
Who are
I know.
like the OP characters? I know Diddy Kong. But
Diddy
like,
Kong. Well, once you get good with him,
you have
Diddy
Yeah.
Kong at first. He's one of those characters that's like hard to play, but once you master him, it's like ah. Rob is also OP.
Really?
Yeah, because if you can get it going, you can like constantly be like firing his little disc and then firing his laser.
Yeah. Well,
You can
in
just be
terms of
bouncing
like
people around.
actually being overpowered, like there are a few characters that some of my friends, like one of my friends is really into the competitive scene. Like he watches tournaments and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Like Bowser is someone that's really, really overpowered. Like his over B grab move is like ridiculous. And there's some characters like Zero Suit. One of the reasons I like her is that she hits really hard, and you'd think because she's a small, slender woman that she would be really light and easily launched. That is not true. She's like super heavy, and it's hard to like kick her out of the map.
it's a lead suit. Is what
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
exactly what it is. Well,
Yeah.
See, Bowser seems like he'd be like a high risk, high reward type guy.
that's
He kinda-
Charizard for sure. And then
Well,
I,
Charizard? Okay.
I have found is pretty overpowered.
Yeah, and
That could just be because my roommate's really good with Ike, but
but any of the bigger characters are kind of high risk, high reward type things because they're just big
Yeah.
targets. But they it's like, oh, you're only at like 5%, bam, out of the ring. Like, so
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
biggest troll for me is stinking Jigglypuff. She just
Really?
walks up and then falls asleep, but you get launched off the map. Rude.
you
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Her sleep like move or whatever.
It's her down B. If she's right close to you, like you could be at like 25%. You're gonna fly like out of the screen. You may not go off and die, but she's just like.
But you
I'm
have to-
really-
It's true, but you have
That's
to be
hard, though.
you have to be uncomfortably close to her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
No, I
I
mean,
was like,
until
why did I
you
let you
know
that
that,
close to
you're
me?
just like, oh, it's Jigglypuff. Who cares? She might make me fall asleep, and then it's like, why am I in Africa? What just happened?
I always thought the biggest troll was Yoshi
Oh no,
when he
no,
poops
right,
you
no,
off the
right.
edge.
That I was using troll in a different way of speaking. My brain was somewhere else with definitions. No, Yoshi, trolls for days.
Yeah.
Eight player Smash. I stand on the edge. You're an egg, and you're out my butt, and you're down. It's so great.
I
People
haven't
that
played.
don't know Yoshi and don't know you can move in the egg, they just fall every time, and they curse, and they curse, and they curse.
In the new Smash, does Donkey Kong still have like the grab where he can just pick you up and carry you?
I
don't remember.
know. Every
Because-
time I play as Donkey Kong, I just do big claps all the time.
Because as long as you get ahead, like you get a legitimate kill, every time you can just grab him and walk off the edge and die.
Those
With
are always my favorite. Is like the ones where you can like hold on to it and be like, "We're coming with me," like Kirby.
Yeah, like
if
Kirby,
suck
you suck
up
him in
you're
and kill
like,
yourself.
Yep.
and you just kill him. It's awesome. Those are my favorite. Or like people who like jump off and like spike them down, but also commit suicide. That's pretty brutal. too.
Right.
So
Oh, good times. Suicidal death. Good times.
Hmm.
Also, real quick, I've been playing Shadows of Mordor. It's pretty fun.
Reminds me of my youth.
I get that. But anyways, let's get right into it. Mashups. Let's talk about mashups you want to see. And this can be game studios who make games, like take over a franchise or whatever. Or it could be like two games, like a Marvel versus Capcom, but not Marvel versus Capcom.
Because
Fake.
Marvel versus Capcom 4.
this is crossovers that have not happened yet.
Yep.
So
And are possibly ridiculous.
yeah, they could be ridiculous. Like you could be like, I want Sakura Spirit and Left 4 Dead to make a crossover.
I'd probably play that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I play it, it'd be ridiculous, but I play every second of it.
I want to
Actually,
have Marvel
Left 4
Pro
Dead's one of
Skater.
mine.
That's funny. But all right, let's start out with you first, okay?
Okay, well, since you said Left 4 Dead, I'll start with that one. This one, I think, actually, it probably won't ever happen, but out of all of mine, I think it has the best chance of happening. I would love to see a Left 4 Dead crossover with House of the Dead.
Oh, that's interesting.
So it can be either way, but I think the best way would be like they take like actual Left 4 Dead characters. I like the first one better, so I'd rather have like the original 4.
Mm-hmm.
And it has the same enemies and everything, but it's a rail shooter, like the old arcade House of the Deads.
Yeah.
Well, all of them basically. I would love. I think that's so much fun. I like have a nostalgic part of me for rail shooters, like old like Time Crisis and House
Time
of the Dead.
Crisis was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of wish there was more like rail shooters on consoles. There's not really any anymore.
Yeah.
So I would think that'd be really cool. And it wouldn't even have to be like a full length game. It could be like a $15 digital download type thing. But I would play the hell out of that.
That's fun. It's fun. What about you, Andrew?
Well, this one's not that exciting, but it'd be cool to see like a lot of the PlayStation franchises, like from back in the day, like Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet and Clank, like a Super Smash version of those and stuff. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Because I would love to run around as Clank and kill people in melee combat. I just think that would be a blast. And
So
like Jack and Daxter and like all those kind of games, like those kind of platformy adventure games, it'd be just like it's not really a crossover as much as it is like this kind of a game with a different community of characters.
fun fact, your game has been made.
Oh, what is
No,
it?
it makes sense.
PlayStation All Stars
When did that come out?
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years
Are you
ago.
kidding me?
No.
Wow.
No,
Yeah,
it's
when I
like
was hearing it, I was like PlayStation All Stars?
yeah.
Seems
Well,
like-
It's
they don't.
very similar. It's not exact though.
They don't have Jack and they don't have Spyro though because they don't own
No,
the rights
they don't
to those.
Yeah, they don't have either of those, which is sad day. And it's not exactly the same. Like the only way to kill people in PlayStation All Stars is, if you will, with like your Super Smash.
okay.
Yeah, it's a little different formula, and that's mainly the reason I don't like PlayStation All Stars as much as I like Smash because
Of the different formula.
yeah,
I mean, I like it. It's still a fun game. It's not as good though.
yeah. I mean, I don't mind like the 4 levels of like a Super Smash or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool idea. I'm even okay with like making it way harder to kill people than in Smash, but it's kind of one of those things where like you can take like there's no real damage. Like you can just
Yeah, you can just take damage for days and then finally get your Super Smash and become the victor.
Yeah, so it just doesn't seem as important to like dodge and be good. I
Yeah,
don't
just
know.
like take it to the face and then you're like, ha ha.
It's really all it comes down to is like avoiding their specials and then getting your specials in.
Well, what I've learned is that I should research my ideas before talking about them.
Yeah, but I mean, I think you were talking more like
True Super Smash. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I was, but
well, and a lot of the people that you mentioned, most of them aren't in it because they're not owned by PlayStation anymore. But you have
they're still exclusive games to PlayStation. They just don't
Yeah.
own the actual rights to the characters.
right.
yeah. What about you, Scott?
I had it. I lost it. Oh, found it. Okay. I I would very much enjoy if BioWare grabbed Fable Because I loved I loved Fable, like, every way. Like, I love the Fable universe, I love the Fable games, and so if we could just throw on a little BioWare flair, and then I'd be like, oh my god, this is awesome.
So you're telling me you want a serious Fable game, not
Fable
a
games are
Fable
remotely serious.
You want a little gravitas to your Hero of Albion.
They weren't completely silly.
No, but yes.
No, but they were like serious Saturday morning cartoon series.
Right. It was like a
With
caricature.
With blood.
You're like, I hear that you're talking about important things, but your head is 3 times the size of your body.
I mean, that's fair. But I would really enjoy it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'd support that. I think that's kind of a good idea.
Yeah. BioWare, if you're listening, and Lionhead, if you're listening, get together and make a beautiful Fable baby.
Yeah, it might be better than co-op multiplayer only.
Did that new Fable game come out?
No,
Who knows,
that's what I was
man.
referencing. I don't think it has come out yet.
Okay, yeah, I knew you did. I knew that's what you were referencing. I just didn't know if it came out. I was like, I don't know if that came out. What about you, Kay? Do you have another one?
You guys know I'm an unabashed, huge fan of Banjo and Kazooie.
Yes.
So,
True.
since Rare seems to not be interested in making them anymore, or making any good games anymore, give. I mean, if you love Connect, if you love Connect games, great. I don't. Give it to Naughty Dog. They've already have like a track record with like Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter. That's probably the more comparable, Jak and Daxter. But give me like a huge 3D platformer, make it hilarious. Keep like the Rare like they don't actually have voice acting. Make it the noises. Yeah. I would kill for that.
Literally murder.
You
You say that, man.
I don't know, man. I mean, it depends on who I was murdering, of course.
Like a Hitler, yeah, I'll shoot him in the face.
Yeah, I mean, if it was like, okay, this guy, he's on death row, we just need him killed next week instead of 2 years from now, I'd be like, yeah.
And I do get a Banjo and Kazooie. Like
I get it. Day one.
That's a promise. This includes the pre-order and the price, right? Like,
and they're like,
edition.
And I'm like, I'm taking that risk.
You know what? I'll bank on that. I'll bank on that.
I'll bank on it.
Probably. I like that. I like that a lot. It's so funny.
Random question, because it's killing me. Who made the game Heavy Rain?
Quantic Dream.
Yeah. I love their games.
What was it?
I don't talk about it how much I love their games.
Quantic Dream.
Quantic Dream. Okay, that's what it was.
I don't talk about it enough how much I love their games.
Actually,
I love their games. I would have babies with their games.
That's the first game that's going to be an Xbox exclusive that I actually kind of want to play. Is Quantic
What? They're
Dreams.
making an Xbox exclusive?
Yeah, that's their new, like the Time one. I forget what it's called.
No!
Yeah, it's Xbox exclusive.
Now I got to buy an Xbox One. God dang it!
What's it called?
Wait, is it Xbox and like PC exclusive?
I don't know. It might be PC. I'm pretty sure it's Xbox only. Though.
Fingers crossed.
I mean, I always fingers crossed for a game that's a console exclusive to also have a little PC action thrown in.
No, I'm wrong. I just looked it up.
What is it?
It's a PS4
Exclusive?
I don't know. The wiki says
on PS4.
PS4 says unknown title PS4.
Okay, that's what Daddy likes. That's what Daddy likes to hear.
So I'm guessing a PS4 exclusive. Okay, I got it wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, I love their games. Like, honestly, for me, like, crossover, them, any game franchise. Boom. Done. Take them all over.
I still need to play Heavy Rain. I know,
Yeah,
I
me
know,
too.
I'd love it, but
Yeah, I know I would too.
Oh, neither of you have played it?
I played it. I like played a little bit of it, but not like I never owned it or had like a long time with it.
What is wrong with you guys? God, you
not the end of the
uncultured
world.
swine.
Oh my
It's so
god.
good. But anyways, do you have another mashup, Andrew?
Yeah, you know, the thing about talking about mashups and crossovers is that you think about it and then you kind of feel like you're cheating. Like
I get that.
you're like, if I say this, other gamers are going to be like, "How dare you?" But it's like we all have these thoughts. We just don't talk about them in public too often.
Sure.
And like,
Fair.
because the one I'm thinking of right now, I really feel like some people are going to be offended. And if you're offended, you've had these thoughts alone at 3 in in your bed. So don't
I'll get
talk
over
to me.
it.
Yeah. I would really like to see Bethesda do the thing that they did to the Fallout franchise, which was like what they did with the Elder Scrolls, with their own Elder Scrolls franchise, to the Legend of Zelda franchise. And not it would see what I'm saying. And so like the way like how I picture it, it would not be in the same like vein in terms of story, because we know like to create an open world you can have a story like that, but you also need to be able to have like a million other things to be done. The main reason that I want that is because I would love to see Hyrule fleshed out in a realistic, like as more realistic than it already has been fleshed out. Because we've had great titles, like Ocarina of Time was fantastic in terms of getting a lay of the land and stuff like that.
Right.
And Zelda Wii U that's coming out this year is going to also be fantastic in terms of getting the lay of the land and things like that. But I just think it would be super cool to get like all that and creating personalities, allow things to be messed with, stuff like that. And you could still, like they do in the Elder Scrolls games, you have a story where you're the child of destiny or you're the the hero of whatever. But
Right.
you can also go kill your horse or whatever. Not Epona. No killing Epona. Not allowed. It'd be coded in.
That's
Epona is Shadowmere. Cannot die.
except if you fall from a mountain too high, which rhymes.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
feel like Shadowmere never died when I threw Shadowmere off the mountain.
Hilarious. But it's true as well. And I hit, and I was like, "Oh God, no!" Mountain, and I was like, "Whee!" Which is like the #1 rule is saving all the time. And so I had to like backtrack like 2 hours, but I was like, "I am not losing this horse. I am not losing this horse."
Oh my god.
Uh,
Yeah,
While I'm on
it was intense.
While I'm on that topic, it would also be awesome to see Bethesda do that with the Loaderverse.
The loader.
With Lord of the Rings.
What?
Oh, loader. Okay, I heard loader like Loader.
Like, in the world,
Like,
Oh.
not connected to
yeah, that
the
would be
War of the
brutal.
Rings or to the Fellowship Saga, but the world and something else. There's so much lore. Pick out a time. Allow yourself to be loosely associated with it. It would be great.
Point on a timeline. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that actually would be brutal. I would
It'd be
like
so
that a lot.
Let's
It'd be
just make a visual novel of the Silmarillion.
I'm down to clown. I'm down to clown. Developers, if
So
you're
bad.
listening.
God.
I'm definitely down to clown.
I still got a couple more.
Yeah, I was about to say, what about UK?
Okay. So these are like very similar already.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would want is a Shadow of Colossus game with the hunting of Monster Hunter.
Oh, that's
And
fun.
Like the craft, like I think it could work really well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I actually have a Shadow Colossus type of deal, too. Famous gone.
And then you could play co-op, and there's like a ton of crafting, and there's like infinite missions. But it's like the Shadow of the Colossus
Type.
world.
That'd be awesome. That'd be very awesome.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Because
into that.
one of the things that personally turns me off of Monster Hunter is and I can't help it. Like I'm a Westerner. Some of like the monster designs just kind of don't. I don't know. They don't do anything to me. Yeah. I'm just like, well, this thing's big and intimidating, but like it doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't look cool to me. Not all of them, but a good portion of them. But then every time I see a Shadow of the a Colossi, I'm like, oh, this thing's awesome, yeah, and I'm like, kill it,
Kill it.
but what I like about the Shadow of the Colossus so much is, like, you're killing these things. But, like, you kind of feel bad for killing them because you're like, I don't know if these guys are bad necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, they're just kind of big. And it's, like, really just the whole game is sad. Like, you don't, I don't know, like, you might feel accomplished when you kill something because you're like, yeah, I did it. But at the same time, you're like, oh, I'm just dead.
If you give yourself over to the world, you're like, wait a minute, that was a beautiful creature, not bothering me. And I just murdered it.
That's how I felt. Like every time I'm like, oh man.
Well, you're kind of supposed to feel that because it's just like, oh, and like, it's a great game.
Yeah,
it really is. I watched my friend in high school play it, and I was like, what is this?
I can just
it's
watch.
A beautiful game.
Yeah. For me, I have one that so it's like Shadow of the Colossus, and then I can't think of the crossover, but
more Shadow of the Colossus.
Exactly. It's like Shadow of the Colossus, but put together with Shadow of the Colossus.
It's like you're a Colossi fighting other Colossi.
No,
and then there's a bigger Colossus. He comes in.
Medal for Shadow of the Colossus.
No. Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Okay, the combat system could be almost like a little Shadow of Mordor, Assassin's Creed-y, if you will, like as far as like pretty fluid and like wah or whatever you want to say.
I mean, you could just say Assassin's Creed-y.
That's the technical term. Wah.
Shadow of Mordor totally just was inspired.
I mean,
see, I got more Arkham Asylum from it, personally, but
I can see that.
But see, when I played Arkham Asylum, though, I was like, this is very Assassin's Creed-y.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's true. I guess I like the Arkham games more than I like Assassin's Creed. So
I like Shadow of Mordor more than I like most of the Assassin's Creed games. I really love the pirate one.
My roommate said he liked Black Flag more than you did the other day.
Yeah. I love Black Flag. I think it's the best one in the series. But anyways, that's all besides the point. No, things like Shadow of the Colossus, and then like a combat system similar to even like a Zelda. But I would say Zelda, more like Zelda, except how a Shadow of the Colossus is. Basically, you are the Colossi. Not exactly the big part, but like Shadow of the Colossus, the gameplay is like 12 bosses, right?
Yeah.
But you are the evil one, and people are trying to kill you, and you're defending yourself. You know what I'm saying?
But you're a Colossi.
Well, you're not necessarily this huge thing. But Shadow of the Colossus, as in like there's 12 bosses or whatever, but instead of 12 bosses, there's you, and everyone's trying to kill you. Like in the game world.
Tower
defense. So you get to be the game boss that's smarter than the game boss you were fighting, and you're like, you think I have mechanics, little man, but I'm going to step on you right now.
I'm going to step on you right now. But kind of like that, and like it could, you could do whatever you want with the story. I would like to see that game where it's like you are like the objective for the rest of the world to kill, and like you're the last one standing, and like you're the last of your kind type of deal. And it's like, and so all these people come and they're like, I'm gonna kill you, and you're like, oh god, ching ching, ha.
So there's no exploration, like you're just in one spot.
No, there could be. Well, there could be. Like you could be like in a big castle or like something like that, or like a big area that is like your area. Yeah. And you could like maybe like be going around figuring out like, why does everyone want to kill me? Like, why does everyone want to kill me? Like you like
the scenes between fights where you like introspectively exploring your psyche. And
here's the perfect Scott game. Here's the Scott game. Okay, so like you have this huge base, right? and all these colossi are coming to kill you, or like whatever. Other people are trying to come kill you. The whole game switches between you defending yourself from like evil, and then having like multiple love interests in your castle.
Don't forget,
I only
everyone's
need
a robot.
I only need one.
No,
thing.
no. I mean, you want a bunch of options though.
And then
you
it's
choose
like
one.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's fair. And then it can't be a true robot because this would be like a medieval type thing I'm thinking of. So it's an automaton.
Right. Oh dear.
That's great.
Honestly, I enjoyed the game that you just gave to me, Kay. With the help of Andrew, I would play that game. Love interest defending your castle with an automaton. That sounds awesome. You're telling me that game doesn't sound a little fun?
It does sound fun, actually.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I'm just saying, the Perfect Scott game's still a fun game. That's all I'm saying. You have another one, Kay?
Okay.
Kay's on a roll here.
Yeah, the last one I was thinking of, it's already crossover, Kingdom Hearts. But what if they made a Kingdom Hearts fighting game?
That'd be fun. I'd play it.
That's totally doable.
So, yeah, I mean, you obviously have all the Final Fantasy characters. You have all.
They actually have one. It's called Kingdom Hearts All Stars.
I mean, I'd play that. I think that'd be really cool.
That's funny. No, actually, I would really enjoy that.
But I don't think I'd want a melee type game. I'd want like
old school, like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Right.
Yeah. Agreed. I don't think I'd want a melee type game either.
No, it'd be like, well, because melee. The cool thing about melee is like how everyone's fighting is different, and like how diverse it is. And if it's all Final Fantasy and Disney characters, I don't think it would be that diversified. But if it was like a Street Fighter or Marvel vs. Capcom, I think it'd be cool.
Yeah. No, I'd really enjoy that.
I have one more.
Me too. So what's yours?
I'm trying to figure out like what I'm saying the game is, because it would be Rockstar, Bethesda, and the name of who created Dark Souls is escaping me. But
From Software.
Oh, that's it. Right. Thank you. It would be Bethesda, From Software, and Rockstar making a medieval GTA-style game with a very...
You're stealing me horse!
with a very, very good combat system. I could have just said Rockstar and Bethesda. Like Rockstar does Elder Scrolls, but
I'm not gonna lie. Part of me was when you were pitching that.
Yeah.
Part of me was like a medieval bully. So Rockstar, it's just like Bully, but it's like a medieval skin on everything.
That's so funny.
No, Bethesda would do the world. Rockstar would do the story and the different activities and mechanics and things. You know what I mean? So they would basically populate and mechanize the world.
Yeah.
Except for the combat. From Software would do the combat because I am in love with Dark Souls combat system because it's the most skill-based, one of the most skill-based combat systems in the video game I've ever played.
That's fair. So
and you can claim like Skyrim or whatever, but like Skyrim is a hack and slash in first person.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I was like, I'm probably gonna get flack for this, but Bethesda games don't have a great combat system.
You're not going to get flack for that. Any gamer worth their salt knows that their combat system is pretty simple.
Well, yeah, but there's always the fanboys that are like, you just don't understand it. Like, how can you tell me it's bad? And so,
I'm kind of excited for Elder Scrolls 6, because they have perfected over the course of the last 3 games how to make their world work, how to make the skills work, how to do all that stuff. So maybe they're going to put a little more thought into combat this time.
Yeah. No, but I like in your game, would you be like a lord, or do you have like any idea story wise? Like,
Oh no, it'd be great. It'd be great. Okay, you start off as like a peasant boy with big dreams. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to be a knight. I'm gonna do it, Mom.
Right. It's gonna be he's gonna be the first free market capitalist in a feudal system, and he's gonna have his friend who's really good with carrier pigeons because that's the only equivalent of a hacker that you could really have.
He's a pigeon whisperer.
Right. And I mean, he'd be like his literate friend too, because the protagonist wouldn't be able to read because he's a peasant. He grew up, milking cows and shaking down the girls.
His friend's Geoffrey Chaucer.
Right. Yeah, there it is. This will be a Knight's Tale, but it'll be
it's going to be a Knight's Tale, yeah.
No. I love Knight's Tale. I'm down.
Grand Theft.
Knight's Tale.
Knight's Tale.
Yeah, what would you call a game like that?
I don't know. I was just imagining him being like the lord of the land, and so when he stole horses or whatever, like GTA style, like instead of being like, "Oh no, me horse," they'd be like, "Me lord."
The best part about this game, the best part about this game would be that you would have to overpopulate the roads with horses if you wanted to have the GTA feel.
It's true. Everyone has a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an idealized medieval system where horses have been subsidized by the local lord. So
It's
that
this
everyone
medieval
can buy them for
utopia.
cheap. Yeah,
It's true.
it would be true. And there'd be gangs.
There would have to be.
Yeah, seriously. It'd be really funny if they... If
No,
you
it would-
just,
they
It's
would
also
have
a
to-
musical.
No, I was about to say they would have to be like folk songs. So it's like they're coming up with like a lyre, whatever, lyre, or whatever, and like like a mandolin.
But instead of like when you get your wanted sheriff's magistrate badges, because they wouldn't be wanted stars, they'd be little you get 5 magistrate badges. Whenever you get up to like 3 or 4, which is when helicopters come in GTA, you would get
Dragons.
since it'd be yes, dragons, yes, it's a fantasy setting. You'd be like crap, and you'd have to get out your like big your guided harpoon gun,
I'm liking it. The more we're talking about it, the more.
I'm thinking about this, the more I don't think the Dark Souls combat system needs to be in there, because I'd be playing it and I wouldn't play it the same way. You could just do Bethesda and Rockstar have a little medieval GTA, baby. Grand Theft Auto, Black Marsh, which would work because there's a lot of crime there.
It's true. It's true. Okay, my last game is it's not a video game crossed up as in like one of them is not a video game franchise.
Uh-oh.
I would love for Scott Pilgrim to get a game, and I think Insomniac Games could make it really well. The Ratchet and Clank.
That's a good choice.
That is a very good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the combat, they could make pretty good combat for it, like based on like the movie or whatever, and then also because it'd be like kind of a beat 'em up in some way, and then they're good at making games funny and fun.
Yeah, I think if someone did do a Scott Pilgrim, that would be a very good choice for it.
Yeah, which Scott Pilgrim has already got a game, but it's like a 2D beat 'em up, which is good. But I wanted more like a grand scale.
Right.
Like 3D world. And,
I just thought of another one.
okay, go.
Okay.
Last one.
Last one. Okay, this is like a true crossover between 2 franchises. And I think it could work because they're both, one's third party. And they play very similar. You have God of War, so you can play as Kratos half the time. Kratos, sorry. And the other half of the time you play as Bayonetta.
What? Boom! Boom!
Yeah.
That's intense.
I just downloaded the demo for the new one.
Yeah, man.
No,
Or if that's too extreme, you could do like a Bayonetta Devil May Cry.
That's intense still.
but isn't that basically Bayonetta?
Yeah, see, that's why I went God of War.
I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Kratos,
You're wanting.
I mean, I feel like they would have to.
They would have to what?
Like, there's no way around it. I feel like they'd have to have sex. There's no way around it.
Right.
Well, I mean, because of the games.
Well, yeah, they definitely have
what
to.
they've already been built upon. I'm not saying they all just need to sleep with each other. I'm saying because of the games.
Yeah. Well, you can make it a nice little love story.
Yeah.
Aw.
What we've learned from the God of War games is when Kratos loves a woman, it's always a good thing.
Yeah.
I should have said this during.
It could be something extreme, like she fakes her own death, and he gets mad again. Like, they fall in love, and then she fakes her own death so that Kratos will fight again against his father and stuff, and who's still alive.
He's still alive because black magic.
Yeah. Cool, because
like
demons
God
came
magic.
back. Demons came back and rescued him, and then that's where Devil May Cry comes in.
Oh, let's just do
It's
all
just
three.
it's just a huge mashup.
Devil May Cry.
Now it's like Demon Zeus and
Basically, it's like Left 4 Dead a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just all the games. We
And
need
it's
to put all the games.
Yeah,
in.
I mean,
well,
it's kind of like Mario Brothers too, you know.
yeah,
Just throw
and
that-
then Superman flies in. He's like, "I got this," and then
well, it's not like Mario Brothers. It's like Mario RPG.
Right,
Mario.
yeah. It's
That's Mario Brothers. That's just ridiculous.
And then
it's like the Mario and Luigi kind of action-ish RPG.
Yeah,
Not full action RPG.
and then it just ends in one huge orgy between all of your favorite beloved characters. They just
I didn't think I liked that.
Yeah. Well, Scott, you're a monogamist, so.
It was a good game. The ending, I wasn't the biggest fan of the ending. Other than that, though, it was a really good game.
Yeah, you finished the last mission, and then everyone's naked in a pile.
I mean, I like the idea of love interest, but that's pretty intense.
no, you see like a whole big pile of like naked bodies, and you don't really know like who's who or what's what. And then like the one who's on top, he like looks up, and it's like deadpan into Kratos' eyes, and it zooms in
I was
right into Kratos' eyes,
someone, like,
and it's over.
Actually,
someone
though,
walked up to the pile and was like, "What's going on?" And then Mario just goes, "It's a me!"
me.
Pops his head out of the top, and he's got his like hand around Kratos' throat.
No, actually, thinking about that and like the orgy and everything, and blah blah, love interest, monogamy, all of that stuff came together for this thought in my head right now. You know what? You know what? It's probably going to be in like the next like at least Dragon Age,
What?
polyamory, and I've never thought about that before in a Dragon Age game. Like there will probably be at least 2 characters that are down to clown.
So it's gonna be like Dragon Age: The Latter-day Inquisition.
The latter day.
That's good.
That's so funny. That's a history joke. So no, but in all seriousness, I thought about that. I was like, I don't know if I'm down with clown for that. Like not in it, as in like that shouldn't be in my game. Like if I would play that way, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. if I'm down with
Right.
clown for that.
Now here, okay, Scott's dream game revise. Every love interest in any BioWare game, they're all in this one game, and they're all wanting to jump on Scott, right?
Okay, main character. Don't say Scott. It's main character. Game.
No, this is the game.
It's
Okay,
game
what do you
announcement.
name your
It's the
main
protagonist.
characters, Scott?
I don't name him. Well, actually, most of the time I name him Scott.
Yeah, see, they're all wanting to get on
No,
Scott.
okay, I'm just saying though, if Kay were to play said game, they would also want to jump your character.
No,
That
they
is what-
want to jump Vantercleave.
Yeah, Vandercleave.
Right, see, Scott, you need to have an alter ego that isn't your name, but in your heart, it's your name.
I'm not lying when I said they want to get on Scott. Okay, so
Like
they're,
when I name a fantasy character Andreas, that's Andrew. You know.
so they're all open,
Ah,
and then every time, every time like you do well at flirting with someone, they're like, "Here's an awesome bear skin to wear," and then you have like like, "Here's a bear skin," and then here's a helmet with huge horns. It's like that's the game Scott wants, and then like every time,
yes, very much so. No shame.
Good.
and then there's like, I don't know, some bad guy you fight, but every time you come back, they're just like, "Man, you're so brave back there fighting that guy." This guy's like, I mean, I am the chosen one.
I would say that, man. In Dragon Age, they're like, you're the chosen one, and there's options that are like, well, if Andraste says, or it's like, I don't know who I am, or it's like, I'm not the chosen one. I'm like, where's the like, of course I'm the chosen one option?
Yeah.
I can't agree enough with this sentence. Like, you're the chosen one. And also made me mad. Spoiler alert. So like, skip ahead for about a minute if you are listening. When you find out that it's like the Andraste like saint or the chick, you know, like the mother that like helped you out of like the Nether, and then they're like, maybe you're not the chosen of Andraste or whatever. Like, your options are like, tell the truth, make them believe what they want to believe, or like tell them like a half truth. And I was like, where's the Andraste used her I am still the chosen option?
That's so funny.
And I was like, I'm still the chosen. Like, after that moment, I was like, I will forever be the chosen.
Well, see, mine was kind of weird too, because the whole game I was like, there is no God. God doesn't exist.
Even though there's a lot of evidence to support that he exists in
there's
this universe.
so much evidence that it's you know, it actually exists. And then I get saved by the lady, and so I'm still like, God isn't real, but it's kind of like, well, I mean, I did get helped by this lady, so
yeah. But
can't really be like, no, it doesn't exist. Spirit realm, bleh.
Spirit realm, that's just a bunch of hack.
Those are cherries, bleh.
That's so funny.
Side note, should have said this at the beginning when you asked what we've been playing, but I actually finished a game's story this week.
Woo!
GTA. So it's very exciting.
He didn't hop out of it. He played it the whole way through, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't. I just, it was polyamorous. I was playing 3 games at once.
All right.
You know? And I took one of them home to Mama.
You slept with 3
That's fair.
women, finished one time.
That's a good way to curve it, though. That's a good way to curve it.
I'm going to finish Far Cry 4,
God.
too. It's really funny to me that it's literally an important personal goal that I beat a video game. Like, every time, I'm just like, okay, you got to do it this time. You can't wuss out here, man. You got to, come on, do it. It's okay if there's 20 hours of boredom at the end. Just do it, man. But there wasn't with GTA. Because I really enjoyed the story of GTA.
Yeah, and this new GTA did a good job of, like, mixing everything up.
Yeah,
and,
except
like,
for
making it not the
giving
same
you
deal.
money. Yeah, it was good.
That's fair.
See, I get to like the final boss, and the whole game, I'll play it like the way I just decided to play it, and not necessarily like the easiest way to play it. And then the final boss, I'm like, I have 10 billion health potions. I'm going to use them every second. And then it's like, I didn't even know you could craft these. That's so helpful. And then like I have 10 million of them, so I'm like, this bad guy isn't even hard, this final boss. Psh, psh.
That's exactly how I play too. Like, I'm at the end. That's why I was upset when Dragon Age Inquisition was like, you can only hold like 5 health potions or whatever. I was like, wait.
Yeah, because I would have like 100.
Yeah, I was like, I need to hold 120 though.
Like,
so
in real life, your character would
this?
have a satchel full of health potions, like a huge trash bag.
like when I'm like jogging towards the enemy, you'd be like, clink, 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 clink. It'd be a bunch of glass just hitting each other, like just ching, 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 ching.
You're like Santa's bag.
Ting, 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 ting.
Right.
Exactly.
You're fighting with one hand.
I'd be like,
some bosses would just
Hold on.
Some bosses would just see you coming and be like, I'm not even going to try.
I grabbed the one magic potion.
It's better than like Bioshock Infinite, I guess, though. 'Cause it's like they're just eating like hot dogs and like trash hot dogs, cotton candy.
Oh yeah, trash shot.
I need the health
All in
potion.
the trash.
Oh god.
3-day-old nachos. I need it.
I feel refreshed.
Feel ready to fight.
Or it's like, oh man, I need magical power. Good thing there's a soda here.
Yeah. Good game though.
Soda gives me. But anyways, that's what that's what they taught me is sleep. I'm Scott.
I'm Kay.
He's
And I'm
Kay.
And,
We'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
Redo that, Scott. We didn't
I'll
catch
do what I
anything you said.
want.
Redo it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, that's the worst. From the beginning?
Yeah. Welcome to Eat.Game.Sleep. I'm your host, Scott.
Yeah, you have to do it. I'm going to have to edit it out, but we didn't hear anything you said for the outro.
Good. That's what I like to hear. Okay, this will do it for this episode of Eat, Game, Sleep. I'm Scott,
I'm Kay.
And I'm Andrew.
and we'll catch you next time.